I don't really care because the only person that can judge me is God.
So I've never bothered talking about her because that's the only thing she cares about.
I'm here to take accountability.
You're copying Brooke. You're copying Brooke.
Natalie had absolutely zero remorse or consideration for this individual.
I don't care how people are, it's so comfortable, it's so comfortable.
How long could she end up in jail?
She's copying everything I do.
Guys, the Brooke Monk and Natalie situation has gotten so much worse. There are so many disturbing updates, I don't even know if I can fit it in one video. Natalie has taken it way too far, and her TikToks have gotten so much worse. I've also done some digging on her past, and she has some very disturbing videos involving children. So I'm gonna give a trigger warning. We're gonna be talking about some sex topics involving children, which I never want to discuss, but sadly in this video, since we're digging up some of Natalie's past, we'll have to discuss it. And once we get through all of the disgusting updates on how Natalie has quite literally been harassing Brooke Monk and has bought in something, I'm not going to say it yet, but something very disgusting and just straight out creepy directed towards Brooke, then we'll get into her past. But before we do that, I'm going to let you know if you want to discuss stuff about this video that you liked or didn't like, join my Discord server. You can say whatever you want in there. And secondly, check out my animation channel. It will be in the pinned comment. And with that, let's get into some pretty nasty updates on the Natalie versus Brooke Monk situation. So I can probably assume most of you are watching because you enjoyed the first video or you were interested in it. So I don't really think I need to explain who Brooke or Natalie is. So I'll give a really brief summary in case someone clicks on this video and doesn't know who either one of them are. So firstly, Brooke is a very respected YouTube Shorts creator and TikToker. She blew up around the 2020s and she makes content like this.
PSA, if you ever watch any of my YouTube videos and my speech impediment, dang it! My speech impediment slips out a little bit, you better hush it.
Her content's not usually very serious. It's kind of silly dances, following simple trends, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think I really need to explain it. Most of you know who she is. Natalie Reynolds, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. She has built her career off of hatred, off of making people hate her. All she cares about is views and attention. She doesn't care what she has to do to get that. She's been friends with Jack Doherty for years, and we all know him and love him, don't we? Don't we?
My friend Natalie loves David Dobrik's pizza, but she hates 7-Eleven pizza. So today, I'm gonna swap.
And most people who hang out or hung out with Jack Doherty usually end up to be bad people because, you know, he's not exactly the most awesome person alive. So Natalie has a long history of making people angry, and for good reason. She has done pretty insane things, but I don't want to get into that until later because we got to get to the whole Brooke drama first. So Natalie usually posts videos like this.
Braids look on you, take them off. Okay, master. Hopefully this looks a lot better for you guys, and I look so much better now because my braids are so hideous and ugly, guys. Okay, guys, Natalie has entered the chat.
If there was an award for being the most obnoxious copycat and rage baiter of all time, Natalie would have won that. She would have won it so easily. There would have been absolutely no competition. Natalie just posts whatever she feels like will get views, and she's pretty successful most of the time. Don't get me wrong, everyone pretty much hates her, but she gets really good views, and she gets all the clout she needs. And I know a lot of you clicked on the video for the updates, so I'm just gonna kind of skim over the whole situation. So recently, Natalie has been obsessing over Brooke for some weird reason. She's been copying every single video Brooke makes, but usually kind of mocking it in a way. She's been obsessing over Brooke's boyfriend by reposting thirst traps of him. She's also put photos of him up in her background, and she's done something even worse that we're going to get into a minute. So that's a brief summary of the situation, and now let's get into the major updates. So you're probably thinking, it's been like a week now. Has Natalie finally stopped? Has Natalie given up? Has she moved on to something else, some other way to rage bait people? No, you're dead wrong. In fact, she has upscaled the rage bait when it comes to Brooke. She will not leave Brooke alone to save anyone's life. She still continues to completely copy every single video Brooke posts, as well as a lot of other large creators, but she also completely copies literally every video she does. If it's not Brooke, it's someone else. Even her response to the drama was directly copied from another creator, which I just found out the other day.
You're copying Emma. You're copying Emma. You're copying Emma. Shut up.
You're copying Brooke. You're copying Brooke. Shut up.
Gotta respect the hustle. She went and found a video that she was like, yeah, this sounds like something I want to say in response. You couldn't even talk for 30 seconds without copying someone. She's giving everyone who copies and steals content a run for their money. Like, this is next level. Anyway, you're probably thinking, well, it can't get much worse, can it? I mean, she's copying everyone, but that's the way it was last video. So, you know how she puts photos of Brooke's boyfriend in the background of her house? I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know that. I mean, that's about the worst she can do, right? You're dead wrong. This is the video she posted recently. No, you aren't asleep in your bed. You saw that. She got a cardboard cutout of Brooke's boyfriend and is walking around with it and using it for a video. Like, how do you even get that good of a quality photo of him in the first place? I want to know that, first of all. Copyrighted music, but you get the idea. Yeah, she's so quirky. Isn't this so funny? No one's ever done this before. This is literally just stalking her at this point. Did Brooke, get a restraining order, please? She was so proud of that cardboard cutout that she used it for like 5 different videos and, of course, got millions of views because who does this? Oh no, I'm never gonna guess. What did she do this time? Who could it possibly be? Oh wait, it's the cardboard cutout. Ooh, never could have guessed that one. That's crazy. Wow, didn't expect that. Crazy. I feel like this is so far from just trolling and rage baiting at this point. Like, this is just next level disturbing. This is one of those things you never expect to happen, but then you experience it. Speaking of things that should never happen, yesterday I was biking and I stopped at a supermarket to quick get a drink, and I didn't lock my bike because all the other bikes were locked, and I come outside and this dude is riding my bike, no joke. And he looks at me, bikes back to the spot where I parked it, crashes and falls off of it. Like, he fell hard. Like, I probably would have been crying hard. It was so awkward and embarrassing. He gets up, hands me my bike, and holds the bell that, like, he broke off my freaking bike. Hands that to me and says in a grumpy voice, "What?" And then walks away. Like, he was mad at me that he broke my bike and was riding on it. It was just one of those experiences. I guess that just happens in life. People stalk you and use a cardboard cutout of your boyfriend, and people steal your bike.
I work so hard to make original content, and I know you guys can vouch. I just want to be treated like a normal person for once.
Can someone just please tell her she's not funny? I think she's taking the Kamala route. Kamala, remember, she had an OF. She hung out with Jack Doherty, and she used her brother to advertise her OF. A lot of people hated her. I remember Penguin Zero made a video on her. There's this whole thing. And now she's super popular on TikTok. She has millions of people that love her. She's always in these, like, silly dramas and stuff. I think maybe she's going that way. She's hoping that she could start her career off with rage bait and get somewhere eventually. It's not gonna work, girl. That rarely works. Okay, one thing. Okay, 2. First of all, this is stolen, obviously, from someone else. So, yeah, it's not, even if you laughed, it's not hers. And 2, I feel like popular kids aren't actually the ones that do that, but maybe that's just me. And a lot more creators have been calling out Natalie recently ever since the Brooke situation got so much attention. I recently came across this video, which got over 1 million likes.
Down by the river with the hanky panky.
Patty cake, baker's man.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Echo. Echo.
So, shout out to Natalie for stealing from literally everyone. I get you're doing this for rage bait, but you probably are also doing it because it makes it a lot easier to go viral while putting basically no effort into it. I hope you know that by doing this, you are actively hurting the smaller creators that you steal these videos from. Every view you get is going to decrease the chance that they get more views, so you're actively destroying channels.
Thank you so much. Locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. I'm locked up, they won't let me out. No.
So now that we've gone over the disturbing updates, I think we need to go on to some of Natalie's past because there is a lot to uncover. For some weird reason, a lot of people didn't bring up the fact that she is like a master rage baiter. And that's not a compliment, but she's been doing this for years. In my first video, I didn't know much about her past. I was only talking about the situation at the moment. But it turns out, like, the situation right now compared to her past is, like, nothing. Some major channels, like Penguin Zero, have even talked about her, which I had no idea until now. That's pretty insane. She's like the female Jack Doherty.
I really don't want to play this. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't. Carrie gonna play it. Prepare for me to get Fucking roasted like crazy for the next 12 minutes.
Whose name I've treated like Voldemort over the last year or so. I've never bothered talking about her because that's the only thing she cares about is her name leaving people's lips, no matter how negative it is.
He's spot on here, though. Like, quite literally, that's the only thing she cares about. She's been rage baiting for forever. But now that we've got Penguin Zero insulting her, I'd say her career is officially over once, dare I say, Pack God humbles her. No, but seriously, she's been doing this for years. The video that got her the most attention was the one where she was streaming and she dared a homeless woman to jump in the river. The homeless woman couldn't swim and Natalie just laughed about it on camera.
Natalie had absolutely zero remorse or consideration for this individual, even saying she didn't care what happened after she left her in the water alone.
Oh, that's so funny. You f***ed up. I really don't care.
Like, it's at the point where you're not even trolling. You're straight up risking people's lives. It's not funny, it's not cute, and you're just a horrible person. But don't worry, just when you think it's the worst, most horrific thing you've ever seen, it got better because Natalie released one of the most respectful, accepting, kind responses and apologies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Everyone still keeps talking about the lady in the lake situation, so I'm here to address it. First of all, I never pushed her in. She jumped in out of her own free will. And second of all, she's saying I can't swim, I can only float, and she's floating perfectly fine above the water.
Haha, guys, she's such a comedian. Get it? She's dehumanizing someone because they have less wealth than her. Ha ha ha, isn't that so funny?
I then get kicked out immediately after she jumps in because 3 workers come up to me and say, leave, we want you out of here, we don't want you helping. If something actually really bad did happen, don't you think I would have been in jail by now? So let's please move on.
And then Natalie the nuisance realized she could get a lot of attention from this situation as a lot of commentary channels talked about it. So she went on to milk the situation. Yes, she milked risking someone's life. She faked getting an ankle monitor and got millions and millions of views for it.
1. The ankle monitor doesn't match real police devices. People noticed that the ankle monitor she's wearing isn't a real police-issued tracker. In one video, she showed it on her right foot, but in another, it was on her left. She then casually took it off, which raises suspicion.
But of course, like always, clout dies out fast, especially when it's rage-baited clout, so Nonsense Natalie had to find another way to get clout, and that she would do. And you know what her idea was? It was to just be straight out racist.
A woman's job is to clean, do the dishes, take care of the kids, nothing else.
I seriously don't think women should have the right to vote. All these women do is look at what their friends are saying, follow what social media is saying.
Oops, my bad, wrong clip. That was the one where she pretends to be on a podcast and she just says a bunch of misogynistic stuff. Let's go on to the racist stuff. My bad. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to Natalie. I get it mixed up.
I like this because it matches the Indian headdress because I'm going through like an Indian vibe.
Indian vibe? I'm Florida Seminole, although very white presenting, but I can absolutely confirm that that is willful ignorance. In the big year of 2025, somebody who is this active on social media,
pretty much everything that you would find disgusting or just straight up weird, Natalie's probably done by now. She just is going through and checking them off like it's a giant checklist. She made one mistake maybe once and decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep doing them all. I'm going to do everything. I might as well. I only live once. I'm going to make everyone as miserable as possible. And she's doing a pretty good job with that.
Because how does this woman have 2 million followers? A lot of people say that she's copying Brooke Monk, which she completely is. I have found so much evidence of it too.
She's managed to make every single app hate her. TikTok, YouTube, you name it. Maybe she really, really likes money. I'm trying to find the motive for this because she probably has enough money by now. She just doesn't seem to realize that this is just such a miserable way to live. I saw some clip on Twitter of people seeing Jack Doherty at the gas station and they ran up to him and started to threaten him and he got in the car and drove off fast. Is that how you want to live your life? Living in fear because you know everyone around you hates you and wants to beat you up? Is this really the life you want to live?
Do you want to go on a date and get naughty together?
No, I'm good.
You don't want to? Not at all?
Nope, sorry.
Okay. Do you want to go on a date and get naughty?
Oh, I'll pass.
Okay. I'm sorry, this is awkward, because you rejected me.
I've heard people bring this up before, but for a while she did those stupid interviews where she literally just harasses people in a really inappropriate manner. And it could be staged, don't get me wrong. Sometimes these things are staged, but these are so awkward. I mean, could this be staged? It's just if it's staged, they're a pretty good actor because you can just sense the awkwardness. I feel like she wouldn't do this, mainly because she's already embarrassed herself in front of millions of people. So I'm sure she's not scared to embarrass herself in front of a few real people.
Or slap?
I just want a hug.
You just want a hug?
Yeah.
Like, hey man, can we not do kiss or slap with a preschooler? Can we not do that, please?
This is another clip from Jay Aubrey's video on her. If you want more on Natalie, I feel free to check it out if I were you. But yeah, she is very, very creepy towards kids. Is the clout really worth it? Like, I know I seem repetitive, but like, I'm just genuinely curious as I'm making this video. How is the clout worth it? Like, you are willingly ruining your entire life for a few clicks. You are doing every single thing, like every worst thing you can think of for a few clicks. How is that worth it?
James Charles needs to be canceled. This man already has so many allegations and has now been exposed for sleeping with Evan Johnson, aka the guy who broke Kayla's jaw.
I don't like James Charles at all, and I hate Evan Johnson beyond imagination. I just don't feel very comfortable with her talking about the situation because I know she's going to find some way to make it a joke. She likely stole this video word for word from someone else. It's going to create a drama that's going to center around her instead of Evan or James Charles, which are the people it should be centered around. So I just think she should honestly shut up.
Ryan Reynolds is my father, and people are still saying that I'm lying. When you look it up on Google, it literally says Natalie Reynolds is the daughter of Ryan Reynolds. I'm gonna show a screenshot right here. It says all of my TikToks that I do, all the videos. Google.
No, I don't think I will, because you are the #1 rage baiter on TikTok right now, and you're doing literally anything for attention. Hey, at least this one doesn't involve putting someone's life in danger and laughing about it or harassing a kid. And if you thought the Natalie rabbit hole ended there, you're dead wrong. Natalie has a history of just, I don't even know what you would call this.
That's me! Hey! Listen! That's crazy. That's crazy. Ready with me while I talk about the girl that pressed me for wearing braids. The internet has been hating on me for my braids, so today we're gonna get the public's thoughts. Do you think it's offensive if I wear braids?
No, I don't think it's offensive if you wear braids.
Guys, this might be a stretch. Please don't get mad at me, but I'm starting to think she thinks white people can wear braids. Another form of rage baiting, of course. Remember what she said about Native Americans earlier, so take everything she says with a grain of salt. And I know she knows that by copying everyone's TikToks, it's like the easiest way to get an angry reaction out of tons of people, but like this is just genuinely going to affect so many people in a negative way. I just wish she'd go back to the rage bait she was doing earlier, where she pretended to be related to that one dude, because yeah, that's weird and it's like you, but like it's not risking people's lives or stealing people's content. I don't think she's gonna stop stealing content anytime soon. I think she's realized it's an effective and easy way to get views and get backlash, two things she really, really loves, as we can obviously see by now.
Where we review? Sam, you cheater!
Okay.
Take your ketchup.
You're being so bossy right now.
Yes, I am. I'm tired. When I'm tired, I get bossy.
Reminder, this is the girl that Natalie is attacking, and this is the dude she's attacking and making figures out of and stealing photos of and putting them in her house. This is the couple she is literally harassing. So you know what I said about the whole Natalie and street interviews? Well, she used to be really, really into those because, you know, they got some clicks once in a while, especially when she harassed random people and they reacted in a negative way. Here are some more.
Did you take pictures of my pics?
What?
My
Picture of your
yeah.
phone?
Just a post. Could you be in the picture?
It's so strange going through these videos of hers because I've seen them before and I've seen people react to them and I've seen controversies surrounding her that I never connected them to her name. It's always annoying influencer does this, annoying influencer does that. Like, no one even knows who she is. Lately, she's even had beef with the Bop House and with Camila herself, which makes no sense to me considering they're both used to or were friends with Jack Daugherty. I'm pretty sure Kamala's not friends with Jack anymore, but they used to have a connection with him, so it's just so strange that the two are fighting. The Bop House constantly has drama, yet most of the time it seems so obviously staged for attention, and it works because they're always spammed with comments about the drama, some girl that they don't like in their group, and it's like they so obviously staged this, but whatever. I mean, they used to both walk up to random strangers and harass them about very inappropriate topics, and they both have had inappropriate discussions around minors, Kamala with her brother, and Natalie with random kids. So if this beef is real and it's not staged like everything the Bop House does, it's like basically the whole world hates you both, so why don't you just become friends? Because you guys have so much in common, you don't even realize it. Sorry to be repetitive, but once again, I feel like this question keeps on lingering. What makes this worth it? What makes humiliating yourself in front of millions of people worth it? I mean, Kamala technically eventually got a career out of doing this, so maybe I'm guessing Natalie wants the same. Kamala still gets a lot of love on TikTok and stuff. She's kind of started to form a community after joining the Bop House. So maybe Natalie's hoping eventually through this clout she'll get an audience that actually supports her. But I don't see it happening. Even the Bop House members don't seem to want to be associated with you. And they invited an underage person onto their TikTok. So as much as they're disliked, even they don't like Natalie. So like, who does, honestly? I just find it funny that her most recent rage bait hasn't really been working because she hasn't gotten a reaction out of Brooke Monk. She's gotten reactions out of a lot of other large creators, but Brooke Monk probably realizes it and won't react. At this point, we're just watching a live humiliation ritual, and I still can't figure out the true reason for it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, she didn't get nothing out of this situation. She has 2 million followers, and I'm pretty sure she's gotten a lot of attention. Every video she posts now gets 1 million views at least. So, I mean, she definitely didn't get nothing out of the situation, but she didn't get a reaction, which is likely what she wants.
Do you want to walk around with me?
Well, one second.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Let's pick on people with disabilities. Ha ha ha, you're so funny. No one's ever done that before. Totally not the easiest way to humiliate someone. Like, at least be original with your rage bait. Don't do the same thing every single streamer does. Like, don't go for the easy things. Be a little bit original, a little bit creative here. This is like the most pathetic thing you could do that like the pathetic people do. It's nothing unique. It's not a cool new way to rage bait. Seriously though, what's so funny about humiliating people with disabilities? Like, genuinely, I see so much of it online and it's so acceptable for some weird reason. It's like they can't control it. So why is it so funny to make fun of someone that can't control how they act? It's just disgusting and completely, like, it's just such an easy thing to do. Like, it's so easy to make fun of someone, but it's also even easier not to.
Approved! Approved! I don't know. Excellent argument. Approved!
One day she's gonna run out of rage bait ideas, and it's gonna happen soon because, like, what hasn't she done at this point? Seriously, like, she's gone through the entire list. Braids, racism, sexism, creepily talking to kids, copying people. What else is there at this point? Seriously, 95% of the internet at this point is just trying to make you mad. We need to have, like, a genuine conversation where everyone on every part of the internet comes together and just talks about rage bait and how to not give it any attention. Because seriously, like, all I see on Twitter now is rage bait. Half of the YouTube videos I see can be advertised as rage bait. Almost all my TikToks are rage bait. I'm just tired of seeing rage bait. It's so easy to get clicks, it just pisses me off.
Please, this doesn't work. I'm gonna cry. I tried like everything. It's not working. Now I smell horrible and I have slime and mayonnaise in my hair.
If you watched my old video on her, or my last one, not really old, but my last one, you kind of might get this reference. She copied this girl who went viral on TikTok for putting slime in her hair, which later turned out to be a wig. Big surprise, no one's gonna ruin their hair with slime for a video. Natalie Reynolds here is pretending like she can't get the slime out of her hair after copying that girl. Again, to get a reaction, to get people to be excited. She obviously has a wig, like, she's not stupid. But, you know, ha ha ha, so funny.
Thank you.
Every once in a while, you'll come across one of her videos that kind of gives you hope. It's not rage bait. It's just her trying to be funny. And it doesn't look like it's directly stolen because it's kind of just a trend. She steals 99% of her videos, but once in a while, you'll come across a video that's like, hey, why don't you just do this instead? Sure, you wouldn't get the same amount of attention, but wouldn't it just be better to build yourself off of funny, actually wholesome content? I've seen some of her really old content before she stepped into the whole rage bait and all that stuff, and she genuinely seemed like a nice person. Now, obviously, I don't know, and according to right now, she doesn't seem to be a very nice person, but maybe once upon a time, before the fame and clout got to her, she was actually genuinely wholesome and funny. The purpose of this video wasn't to say she's a scum, a hopeless scum that should be wiped off the earth and forgotten and buried. No, the purpose of this video is that she can still change. Like, she's not hopeless. She's not the stupidest person on earth. Like, she can change for the better. It's just like she deserves to be criticized for what she's currently doing.
Hey toddler, we're going to find a new boyfriend today at my favorite place, Tail Ponds. Let's go! I'm Estevino. I'm here to look for a new boyfriend today. If there's anyone I could bail out.
Hi, I was wondering if there's anyone I could bail out, if I could see like the list of people.
And then there's the TikToks that you don't even know what to think. Like, I don't even know if she stole this. I don't know if she came up with this herself. If she did, I don't even want to know the thought process that went into making whatever the hell this is. Honestly, if I had to say it, I think the dude we talked about earlier said it best.
She exists for one sole purpose, to make everyone around her angry at her. It's in her delusional mind, the brain parasites tell her that that's a good thing. So I've just never bothered insulting her or making fun of her.
And I'm about to say a really crazy take, so you gotta absolutely hear me out on this. Just before you type a 10-paragraph thing about how I'm out of touch and I'm an idiot and blah, 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 just listen to my reasoning. I think she's seeking validation through hatred and people hating on her. It works. As I kind of talked about in my last video with Belle the Wolf, Belle the Wolf only posts rage bait. Obvious rage bait against religion, certain YouTubers that are loved. Like, obviously, it's just rage bait to get attention. In the end, she ended up getting some positive attention. As I said before in my last video, I believe she has 60,000 or 40,000 members in her Discord server, and she gets fan art weekly. Like, she gets a lot of fan art. People actually like her. They add her as a friend. They talk to her. She gets lots of validation and love through that attention she got. So even if 99% of it is negative attention, if you are able to rage bait people, you'll still get 1% that support you no matter what you say. So she's probably seeking validation through hatred. Because at the end of the day, you're still famous. Even if you're absolutely hated, everyone still knows who you are. Any person in history that has been famous from doing something horrific, you could find a fan group for. So at the end of the day, I believe that she secretly wants validation and she knows she'll get it even if 99.99999% of people absolutely hate her. And don't get me wrong, that could not maybe be her goal. Maybe she just wants money. She gets lots of money and attention from this. Maybe she solely only cares about attention. She doesn't care about people supporting her. She just likes people talking about her. I don't know for sure at the end of the day, but that was just a guess of mine. It's definitely a possibility because that seems like it could have been Belle the Wolf's goal. So at the end of the day, it's kind of dumb that people are just going to Brooke's comment section and continuously commenting, Natalie's gonna copy you now. Natalie made another video on you. Natalie, you need to expose her. You need to respond to Natalie. Like, you're giving Natalie what she wants, and you're probably most likely, obviously, I can't say this for certain, but most likely annoying Brooke. I'm sure Brooke knows this is just an annoying rage-baiting troll, and she doesn't want to give this troll any attention. It still just amazes me, and I can't process how people don't realize, like, rage-baiting people are rage-baiting, and they are smarter than you think they are. Like, do people realize that Belle the Wolf was obviously rage-baiting? I know most people know, but, like, at a time, people seriously commented all this stuff in her comment sections. She would get like 50,000 comments and like 100 likes. And it was like, all you people commenting this, hating on Bella, you know she's doing this for attention, right? Like, it's just so blatantly obvious. And it's just like, I hate Belle the Wolf, obviously, like everyone else does. But like, how can you people even fall for rage bait sometimes? It's just so blatantly obvious. And I'm not saying this to shame anyone who fell for Belle the Wolf. I think we all start out on the internet and we fall for rage bait once in a while before it finally clicks. I know I've fallen for rage bait before, we all have, but at the end of the day, it just, once you are on the internet longer, you just realize stuff just becomes so blatantly obviously rage bait, and when you see it getting a lot of attention, it's just like, ugh, you are giving them what they want.
Justin!
I don't give a fuck.
I love you so much, Justin.
Babe, I love you, but just don't fucking touch me. Yeah, I thought marrying you would solve all my problems.
Really?
But you really just pissed me off.
Sometimes when she does these comedian skits, sometimes it's wholesome, like the one with the bucket. Like, that was harmless, and it was really nice seeing a rage baiter do something harmless for once. But a lot of the time, she's criticizing celebrities and stuff, and it's just like, it'd be funny if it was a normal person, but like, are you really criticizing? Are you in the position to criticize anyone? Her criticizing a celebrity for being too obsessed with someone is like me saying commentary channels are cancer and shouldn't exist on YouTube in general. It just makes no sense at all. And I know she probably stole this skit. Sometimes I can't find everything she steals because, I mean, it's hard to find stuff on TikTok. Like, the search bar literally doesn't work. Does anyone ever try it and it just pops up everything you didn't ask for? Well, that's my experience with it. So I can't find out, so I don't know for sure. Maybe she was original for once. But all I know is just the comedian skits don't work because she's a massive hypocrite. And there's always that one guy in my comments section that goes, well, you're kind of a hypocrite yourself, so why are you saying that? Sure, all of us are hypocrites. We've all done things. I'm sure I've said something. I think no one is perfect. If you wanted to find things I've said in the past that I probably contradict now, I'm sure you could find a few different things. Nothing like insane, but you'd be able to find some things with pretty much anyone, to be honest. But the point is, when you literally do the worst things imaginable and then criticize celebrities for stupid things, or, I mean, even serious things, it just comes across as really, really contradictory. Is that how you say the word? I don't know how to say it. I think you get my point by now, though. No one is perfect. We all contradict ourselves once in a while, but when you just clearly can't see your own flaws and you can't see how you're just being an absolute hypocrite, it just makes no sense to criticize others for the things you literally do, possibly even 10 times worse. And I'm sure Natalie's too busy paying some homeless lady to nearly risk her life. But if Natalie ever does see this, I have really one thing to say to you, Natalie. The fame will run out fast. It will, unless you can constantly come up with new things. And even then, it's not worth it. Wherever you go, you're going to live in fear because everyone will hate you. Just like Jack, everyone's going to hate you. It's not too late. You can redeem yourself. You can do something and change for the better. I know you probably won't, but it's not too late. You can change yourself. But yeah, please stop harassing Brooke. She literally did nothing to you. And yeah, that was my message. Took a pretty solid amount of editing. Took a lot of Brooke videos. But yeah, I just needed to go on a very, very long rant. Feel free to subscribe for more content, like the video to support, and thank you so much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate you helping build up my dream, and I will see you in the next one, hopefully.